Why you keep starting but never finish. You start with excitement, you create plans, you feel inspired. You tell yourself this time will be different. But after a few days, the energy fades, the motivation disappears, the discipline weakens, and once again, you stop halfway. So the question is not can you start? Because clearly you can. The real question is, why do you keep starting but never finish? Welcome to Reflection Time with Essie. Today we are reflecting on something many people struggle with silently. The painful habit of beginning with passion but ending with excuses. And if you are honest with yourself, there are dreams you once believed in strongly, goals you were excited about, habits you promised to maintain, but somehow you stopped. Not once, not twice, but repeatedly. And over time, this pattern slowly damages confidence because every unfinished goal leaves behind disappointment. Starting is exciting. That is why many people love beginnings. A new year, a new plan, a new opportunity. At the beginning, everything feels possible. You imagine success, you imagine results, you imagine becoming a completely different person. But what many people are not prepared for is the middle, because the middle is uncomfortable. The middle is where motivation becomes weak, progress becomes slow, and discipline becomes necessary. And sadly, many people are addicted to excitement, not commitment. They enjoy the emotional high of starting, but not the responsibility of continuing. One of the biggest mistakes people make is depending entirely on motivation. They believe when I feel inspired, I will work. But feelings are unreliable. Some days you will feel motivated. Other days you will feel tired, distracted, frustrated or discouraged. If your progress depends only on emotions, you will always stop when life becomes difficult. That is why discipline matters more than motivation. Discipline says, even if I don't feel like it, I will continue. And that mindset changes everything. Imagine planting a seed. Every day you water it carefully, but after 1 week, nothing appears. So you become impatient. You stop watering it and plant another seed somewhere else. Again, you quit too early. Then another and another. Now imagine if you had simply stayed consistent with the first seed. Over time, it could have grown into something powerful. But because you constantly restart, nothing fully develops. That is exactly how many people treat their dreams. They quit before growth has time to happen. One of the hardest truths about success is that progress is often invisible in the beginning. You can work for weeks and see no obvious results. You can improve quietly without recognition. You can struggle privately while feeling like nothing is changing. But growth does not always happen where people can see it. A tree grows underground before it becomes visible above the surface. And many people quit because they mistake invisible growth for failure. Just because results are delayed does not mean progress is absent. Every time you quit too soon, you teach yourself something dangerous. You teach yourself, I cannot trust myself to finish. And over time, that mindset weakens confidence. Soon, even when new opportunities appear, part of you already expects failure. Not because you are incapable, but because inconsistency has become a habit, and habits shape identity. Eventually, some people stop dreaming completely, not because they lack potential, but because they became tired of disappointing themselves. There is a powerful quote that says, most people overestimate what they can do in 1 day and underestimate what they can do in 1 year. That is the power of consistency. Small actions repeated daily become transformation. So how do you break this cycle? First, Stop chasing perfection. Many people quit because they expect instant excellence, but growth is messy. Second, stop depending on feelings. Create routines instead. Do the work, even when it feels boring, even when progress feels slow, even when nobody notices. Third, focus on small consistent action, not giant dramatic efforts. Small daily progress matters more than occasional motivation. And finally, be patient with yourself. A meaningful life is not built overnight. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Two possibilities exist. The first version of you continues the cycle, starting, stopping, restarting, and remaining frustrated. The second version decides, this time I will continue, even slowly, even imperfectly, even when motivation disappears. Now ask yourself honestly, which version of yourself are you becoming? Because your future is being built by what you repeatedly do today. So if you are tired of beginning without finishing, stop waiting for perfect motivation. Stop restarting your life every few weeks. Choose discipline. Choose patience. Choose consistency. Because success is not built by people who start perfectly. It is built by people who refuse to quit. And one day, the results you once dreamed about will become the life you are living. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me again on Reflection Time with Essie. Because sometimes one reflection can change your direction. Thank you. You can also reflect on the next topic attached to this message.